Hey family, and welcome back to yet another episode of O to Behold with your girl Camille Young. Glad to be here with you on today. Hello new viewers. Welcome to O to Behold and to my holy rollers. How y'all doing out there? Glad to have you on today. Look y'all, I know I say it every week, okay? Books still selling. They are. They really are. God is amazing me more and more every day with the things and how he's using this book. I had someone text me just yesterday and needing another 2 copies. They've already purchased 3 copies. They want 2 more copies because they've been gifting them out. The Christmas season is upon us. This would be a great Christmas item to give someone. So hit me up on otobehold.com and get another copy because I know all my holy rollers got one. But new viewers, go to otobehold.com, and purchase your book on today. And holy rollers, get you another book to send and give to someone else, okay? All right. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to dive right on in on today's topic. Today's topic is emotional intelligence. Read the nonverbals. It's been amazing to me how I've noticed that emotional intelligence is not a common thing. You know, we hear the saying, common sense is not so common. Emotional intelligence is not so common. And some of you may be asking, well, what are you talking about when you say emotional intelligence? That means you're able to read the non-verbal things. You're able to read people's body language, their facial expressions. When they're not saying words, what is their body saying? Okay, what are their eyes saying? What is their hand movement? What is their body movement? You know, even with crossed legs and crossed arms, those are the non-verbals, and that's how you can pick up on what somebody is doing. What somebody is feeling. Or their reaction to something. You know, their eyes may open, or their eyes may do this, or they may just have a stone face. And I'm just noticing that a lot of people don't have that attribute or that characteristic in their life to be able to properly read emotional intelligence. You know, I kind of have it innately, as well as I went to school for human services, so we learned to read body language and all that, psychology and all that kind of stuff. Taking those types of classes helped to hone that skill of mine. But being able to just read people's body language and being emotionally intelligent, and really it is, if you something that you don't have or know how to do, it would really benefit you in your life to be able to read the nonverbals of others, because it kind of lets you know how to move in a conversation. Should you push harder or should you pull back? Should you not say anything at all? And that's a skill that you want to learn, because especially in relationships, as you're learning your partner, as you're learning your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, you need to know, like, you may be triggering them on something, or you may notice that, hey, they may shut down when you talk about certain things, and it's about learning the person that you are with. It's people that's probably been married for 20, 30, 40 years, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they know each other. All right. Knowing each other is really being able to read the nonverbals, knowing what makes them tick, what makes them click, what makes them trigger, what triggers them, all of those things. Because as you navigate relationships, you should want to get better at them. All right. With each passing day, each passing year, you should know your partner, the person that you're in the relationship with, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, boyfriend. You should know them even better with each passing year. Okay. And you should be able to know when they give you that look, or they give you that whatever that nonverbal movement is. You ought to know what that means. And then once you read the nonverbal, you should adjust accordingly. Okay. And we're talking about if you want to be happy in your relationship. Now, if you are, if you got it all figured out, and you know how to, you have the emotional intelligence to know the person that you're with and in relationship with, That's great. But most people don't. Most people have not taken the time to inspect their relationship. The person that they claim to love, the person they claim they want to spend the rest of their lives with, the person that they want to have children with and build a future with, all that. But they have not taken the time to dissect and really get to know this person deeply. That's something that I always think about when I'm dating. Is this person interested in my life? Do they pick up on things, when I don't say anything, but I may go silent on them or something, or my reaction to it may not be what is normal. Do they pick up on that, or do they just, throw it off, or, why you get mad, go off on me, or, you have to pay attention to that stuff, especially those of us who are not yet married and going through the dating process. We've got to pay attention, especially if you're 35 and up. 35 and below, you still might be, still learning yourself. But 35 and up, we should be coming into our own, and we should know more about who we are, and being paying and knowing who we want and what we want in a relationship, or from a relationship, or from a person that we're dating. I pay attention to all of that kind of stuff, and I hope that you are doing the same. And even if you are already married and in a relationship and don't do this, you need to really analyze your husband, or you need to analyze your wife, and really get to know who they are and understand how they tick, because again, relationships have their challenges. I'm a proponent, and I have the belief that relationships, people make them a lot harder than they have to be, because people are selfish, people want their way, and people don't read well. And when I say reading the nonverbals, they're not emotionally intelligent. So they have a difficult time understanding why a person may be acting a certain way, but because you have not properly done the proper discovery and investigation around the person that you say you love and want to be with, you haven't helped them to unfold why they may react that way. Or you may see that they react that way, but you may not end that behavior, or stop that behavior, or apologize for that behavior and try not to do it again, because you really, again, it goes back to selfishness. You're not trying to make the relationship better. But if you are trying to make the relationship better, you gotta be emotionally intelligent. It's a must. It's a must. And so I challenge you to really start to pay attention. Quit doing all this talking. You talking too much. If you don't know, if you're not talking too much, you are too you're not close enough in the relationship to try to get to know the person. You're disconnected. That was the word I was looking for. You're disconnected